So today I have created a Solidity smart contracts file named playground.sol in which I have to give the modulation that how error handling in Solidity works, that how what are the main components of error handling. So there are, as we know, there are three main, as we learned that there are three main blocks of error handling in Solidity, that are require, revert, and assert. Let's see how these work and what are the main components of these blocks. So in this smart contract, I have created a contract named error handling contract, in which I have taken the unsigned integer variable named gravity. For that we have given the value 10, and for those 10 I have taken the address value for the owner, that we will give the name of the address of the owner in this variable named owner. So we have created a constructor to give the value to the owner. In that we have given the owner to the message dot sender, that the person who is deploying the contract is the owner. So through this we have given the name of the owner, and we have created a function inside it named wait, and it is taking the unsigned integer value mass. So basically in this contract I am calculating the weight of the object. For that, as we know, the formula of the weight is mass into gravity. So I have above taken the gravity, and now I am taking the mass from the user, that what mass we will have the gravity. So for that, firstly we will check that only I have taken a constraint that only the owner can check the value of what is the value of what is the weight. Only the for that we have taken the required take basically takes two inputs. First is the constraint, the main constraint, and second one is the message. And the second one is not important as one as the first one is important to take inside it, and second message is optional in the required block. So it will check that owner is that the message, it will check the constraint if that it's like a if block, that it will require that only the owner can run this function, fully run this function. And then we have the if block, in which we will assure that the mass that is given by the owner is not less than or equal to zero. If the mass will be zero or less, then we all know that weight cannot be negative or zero. So for then we have reverted, if the mass will be less than or equal to zero, then it will revert to the initial state and give an error. As in the revert, it will give the message to the user, and it is also optional that to give the message, or we can directly give the that it is no it will give and throw an error to the user that the value is zero or less, so I cannot output the value. Then we have the assert block takes the uh, single value that our mass, that the calculated weight, that is mass into gravity, is always greater than zero. If it is zero or less than zero, then it will not return us the value. It will not go to the next value. It will come to the previous state, that it will come to the starting point by taking the mass value again, because it will only give error if the mass value is zero or less. So we will check through this assert and assert is the only, if require and revert are run, it will burn all the ethers. And but assert is the only one that returns the ethers to the owner. That I have stopped here, and you can take your ethers back, but it will not give back the burnt ethers back. And at the end it will return the value of mass into gravity. Let's deploy this contract from here. As of now there is no deployed contract. I have deployed error handling contract. Let's see how it works. I have this contract, so I will run. I will have the mass of the. Let's give the mass to be one. and as one as the it will give us the return, it will return the value mass into gravity, that is 10. That is mass gravity we have taken 10 and mass is 1, so it will return the value of 10 and it will run perfectly. And next let's take the value. And next is checking the our required constraint. Let's run through the another user. Let's say we have taken the second user, and let's run it and give the value 1. But as you can see here, it has given the error at the stage that you are not the owner. As it you can see here, you are not the owner. So in this it has given required state has given the message that you are not the owner, so you cannot call this function. So our next is let's say let's now check our next state, that is revert state. Revert, as in we have to again select first one, and we will for revert mass cannot be less than, let's take the mass is equal to 0. Let's call the function. As you can see that a revert state has given the message, it has also been reverted to the initial state, and it has also given the error reason that mass of the object cannot be 0 or less as in the revert state, so it works equally. And let's check the assert. Assert will also give the same error, as we cannot check because mass will directly give the error, so it will not go to the assert state. But assert state will also take that if the weight is 0 or less, then it will give an error. So thank you. This was the document that I have created, this one, and hopes that it will be understandable to you all. Thank you.